Hey ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. It has been a while. I've spent the last few days working on a bunch of stuff for my concept for Roblox asymmetrical horror game. Anyways, let's hop into the video. Alright, so the first video I showed you the logo and I said that it was going to be a placeholder, and it is, because I recently made the new one, and here it is. As you can see, it's got Noob and Theodore on it. Noob is not a survivor anymore. He was planned to be in the concept, but he's now a killer. I'll show you later on, okay? It's definitely changed for the better. Alright guys, so there was about 6 killers. I was gonna go for 7, but let's just move on and I'll show you. And let's go. Alright, we have Noob and Lucas. They're beta designs, prototype designs, whatever you want to call it. Now Lucas, his face is based off a hacker group. I kind of changed that for the newer design, but now Lucas, he has like black sleeves on his shoulders and like gloves on in his original design, but I thought that looked a little weird, so I did change it. Obviously, he's got black pants and a backwards hat. The thing about my characters, when they have backwards hats on, it all looks the same. Like, it reminds me of my old character Jack. All right, moving on to Noob. Now he has these spikes coming out of his skin. So here's how the lore goes. Noob had friends, a lot of them. Most of the survivors were his friends, at least. And they kind of started to distance themselves from Noob, and he started to hate them. And one day he was walking around, he found this parasite kind of thing, and it talked to him somehow, and he realized he could be stronger if it took him over. So he gave it his body, and now he's evil. Do you get that? It's pretty simple. I mean, I'll go more into depth on that once the survivors are revealed on the main videos, but for now, that's just how it is. Now we're going to start with the redesigns. This is Lucas's redesign, and here's Noob. We're going to go over each one. Now, Lucas, this redesign is honestly fire. I actually gave him sleeves. I didn't give him the black upper shoulder pieces or the black pants, but it is still goated. It's still goated. Moving on to Noob. Now, the redesign is honestly fire. One eye is normal now, and then the other is, you know, the monster taking over him. I gave him one spike on the side to make it look a little better, because I feel like 2 spikes was like a little too much, you know. And I gave him more black goo or whatever that you want to call it. Honestly, 10 out of 10 design. Moving on, Lord Misery. And ooh, let's not talk about that guy right now. That's later on. And there's abilities for every killer. I forgot to show them, so I'm just gonna do it now. Starting off with Lord of Misery. So the concept has changed a little bit, but it's still the same. My idea for now is, once it hits a certain time, you will get strong roots, which is one of the main and the best abilities, in my opinion, for this concept. I haven't made any animations yet. I'm kind of working on intros right now. Let me just show you a few sneak peeks. Okay, these will be in the next video. I don't know how I'm going to extend it even more than I did in this video, because there's so damn much. Anyways, his second ability is Blend In, which he will, you guessed it, blend in. This would be a good attack on survivors if you're wanting to sneak around. All Seeing is an ability where he can see every survivor. But there's a downside. It will make him slower and a bit weaker at that moment when he's using it. And then the glitches. This ability puts a glitch effect on everyone's screen. I thought that'd be cool. Anyways, moving on. Here's Theodore's ability, remade. They look cool now. The art is way more polished and figured out than the old one. Alright, like I explained in the first video, if you were there for it. Dodgeball he will pull out of, well, you guessed it, a dodgeball, and he will throw it at you, which will stun you for at least 2 seconds. Cake time, he'll put a cake on the ground, and if you step on it, he'll be able to see you, and you'll be a bit slower. Next up we have Faker, which is an ability where he will become another survivor, but the downside is his face will be on the survivor. And now we have the final ability, Speedies, which he will run fast, and in the state when he has his hand out, he will grab a player. Maybe I'll make some art for that on what it could be, like the concept. I don't know. I'm gonna start doing that for the abilities. Next up we have Lucas's abilities. So now the first one is lunge. He will, well, you guessed it, lunge at a player. The second one is the kaboom boom. He will pull out a bomb, and if he manages to hit a survivor, it'll launch them up in the air, which will take 20 other health when it hits, and when they fall down, it'll take another 20. And keep in mind that the survivor's health is at 100, and the killers usually are 1,000, maybe 800, depending on which killer you have. I'll talk about that later. All right, next up we have little fella, and what he will do is he'll place down a little version of himself, and it'll walk around the map. So you gotta be careful, because if he sees you, he's taking you right to Lucas. And the final ability, which is the main one you can spam and use, is a man's shot, which means he'll just be able to shoot you. That's his main mechanic thing. There's gonna be lore for each character, but I'm working on, you know, the concept right now and all that for the actual abilities, because I feel like it'd get lame if I don't actually show it. Next up, we have Crystal's abilities. We have Powerful Stomp. And this one, it will mess with the player's camera and make it a little bit harder to move around, but you'll still have normal controls. And then next up, we have Sharp Teeth. What this will do is it'll give her sharp teeth, and she'll be able to bite into any survivor. It'll be like a kind of raged kind of state, like she'll be more psycho, more fast. Next up, we have Teleport. Now, the only downside is, after you use it, it has a 40-second cooldown. Basically, it'll teleport her to any survivor. Next up, we have the last ability. It's Dead Tracks. What this will do is she'll take a part off of her body, put it on the ground, and then whenever someone walks around it, it will blind them, and it kind of stuns them for like maybe a few seconds. Let's do 6 seconds. Yes, I just made that up. Whatever, bite me. Anyways, here is Noob. Now, his first ability is Toxic Spit. If you didn't notice, there's a little hole in his chest from the virus that took him over. And he'll be able to spit out these parts of the virus at players, which will burn them. Since he's one of the more, how do I say this, stronger killers in my concept. Next up, we have Dark. This ability, if he uses it around a bunch of survivors, it'll go in all different directions and hit them. Like a big burst of the virus. And it will make their screens dark for at least half a minute in the round. That's a long time. And then we have Corruption, which he will go into the ground and he'll be able to move around. And if he goes underneath a survivor while they're doing a certain task, he will turn into that survivor. He'll take over their body and then use their body to fight the other survivors. Last up, we have Grab All, which he will do another ability which does go in all directions again, but it'll bring people towards him, which will make everything 10 times easier. Now, the cooldown on Dark and Corruption is pretty long. So Corruption, that's a 20 cooldown. And Dark, that's a 50 cooldown, because it's a really good ability. Now, for the ending, I thought I might as well show you the skins and the prices of each killer. I might as well tell you right now. Alright, so we have Rust. This skin is based off of, well, the game by the same name, Rust. And it costs 400 game coins. Now, I was thinking about adding Robux in some shape or form to this, but I don't want to do that because I don't want people spending actual money on this. I feel like everything should be free just by earning it, you know? It'll take a while, but hey, at the end, you'll still get it. Anyways, moving on to the next skin, Analog. It is based off that one analog with the fake Jesus in it. Shout out to real Jesus, bro. He died for all our sins. I love you, man. Anyways, it cost 600 in-game coins, and it's pretty cool. It has like different kind of spikes on it, you know. I want to change the design a little bit. Anyways, we're gonna move on. Corrupt is the next skin, and it is a story about a hacker. So it goes like this. There was a random game that one day got hacked, and he liked to do it all the time, and he didn't want to lose that power. So he found a way to hack into the game's code, and he was forever there. So now, if you're playing that random game, you might see him. And over time, the blocks from the game started to fuse with him. So he ain't corrupted, he's just turned into the game he loved to hack so much. I know it's kind of stupid, but I'm not a dang writer over here and all that. Not Picasso when it comes to stories. Yes, it does cost $10,000 in-game currency. Yeah. Next up we have Future Noob. Now this one is definitely insane. he is more corrupt, and you can see his flesh morphing into it more. Now he has 3 spikes instead of just 2. His eye is more bulgy, I think. And it's taking over more of him, and now his chest is more open up, so you can see the eyeballs and like stuff taking him over. I honestly think this is better than the original design, and this one doesn't have a price tag because you gotta earn it by playing the game. Now, for the last things I would like to show you is the old animation for Theodore's intro, and the new one, which is the one we have today. Alright, let's go. Now, time for the old. As you can see, the head design is definitely different here, and this is the final one we got now, because I took it from the animation. Now, moving on, we are going to look at the new one. The new one is definitely more smoother, and I drew a lot more frames for it. Like he turns, I don't know, I might make another one in the future, but I think it's good where it is right now. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if there's any developers out there, please contact me if you're interested, and we could do this. Sorry, I forgot to point this out. Lucas is 1,000. Noob is 4,000, and Theodore is 800. Crystal is 1,000. Lord of Misery, the plan is you can unlock him by playing as every killer and winning at least 1 round as every killer, so yeah, it's pretty easy to do. Alright, for real this time, I'll see you in the next one.